Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Monday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and a live coverage of the King's Roadhouse Truck Series presented by Midwest BBQ Digital Sim Racing League Monday Night Thunder. Season 28 regular finale. Crown a champion here tonight. Adam Vinny has a 53-point lead. Going into the night over Seth Wansing. One other driver with a very, very outside chance, and I think that if the 64 truck even rolls off the grid, that the 99 of Brandon Mackey is locked out. And since we're watching the 64 makes laps, I'm pretty sure he intends to race tonight. So I do not think that the 99 is effectively in the chase anymore. It'll be down to the 64 and the 5, and it was 17 points going into last week's race, and issues early for the 5 truck, and he lost a ton of points. Finished a lap down, several positions behind the leader. Hello, Jersey. What's up, buddy? Quick thank you to all the series sponsors. Mark and Mark over at King's Roadhouse, and Mark at Midwest Barbecue Equipment for being the two primary sponsors for this series. So, been able to keep it on for the summer, and we've had great racing. So hopefully they are proud of the product, and they will continue to support us. Scott King Designs for helping out with all of the weekly advertising posts and getting everybody here. 22 of us in here tonight. And then Steve Llewellyn at Emma Trophy for all that he does to get our hardware to our drivers. All the admins that help out all season long. And everybody that helps keep the network up and running. All the fans that show up and keep it fun in the chat for us. Guys, I'm sorry if I seem a little less energetic than normal, but I'm coming off of a bout with a kidney stone yesterday. It kept me down for a little over 24 hours. And they suck if you have had one. I understand your pain and feelings about it. If you haven't had one, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That is the most debilitating pain I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of injuries in my life, and this was the worst of all. So, hello, Scotty. Scotty Tiny Dancer, not able to make it tonight. He busy working. And there is one of our house trucks, Seth Wansing. Needs to make a lot of points up on Mr. Vinny. Vinny's going to have a bad night, I think, for this championship not to be his. So, there's Lucas Hoytsma. See him in action. 46 truck. I was talking about Mackey. Super outside chance for him. I think that was Brock Bigelow that went by in front of him right there. We're getting down to it. It's going to be qualifying time. The top five are still going to the back. Top five in points are still going to the back. It's Adam Vinny, Seth Wansing, Garrett Boyd, Brandon Mackey, and Galen Gidman. It might be Boyd that actually is the one with the outside chance, not Mackey. Mackey might be locked out of the points. So, wherever they qualify, there are bonus points for their qualifying, but those five will head for the back, and they'll have to work their way through even on championship night. Garrett Boyd blacked out for the race at Miami Homestead tonight. 17 of Casey McCullen. Well, we got a few of them in our chitty chat down there. Okay. That's going to wrap it up for a happy hour for the season. There is a 175 lap race to go. We will determine who the season 28 champion is. We'll get them their hardware ASAP. As soon as Scotty King is done with the state fair in Wisconsin and can get to getting that done and getting it sent over. Let's see. Driver's getting ready to head out. Yeah, it looks like Seth Wansing is rolling out. Ross Cato is rolling out. Garrett Boyd is rolling out. And I'm going to watch the 21 truck. He was super fast in his mock qualifying run. The beginning of the practice session, 32.72. So I want to see where he times in that. Track's got quite a bit of rubber put down on it. It has changed some things. These guys are right on the edge. 75 laps. They'll be right on the edge of making it on 2 stops. They only get 1 set of tires, but they're right on the edge of making it on 2 stops. You're going to have to save a little fuel. Kind of be smart with what you got. We'll watch that 21 car. Down and around. He's going to head up the back stretch. And then we'll move and find Cato and Wansing. As well, going to find Adam Vinny whenever he rolls out. First time by for Garrett Boyd. 32.98 for Boyd. What is it going to be for Wansing? First time by 32-30 or 33-31, 32-95 for Ross Cato. He goes to the top of the board. Again, Gibbon just rolling out. He's getting up to speed. Brock Bigelow with 33-43 for his first lap. Larry Moody's on track. Some of these guys about to complete their second lap. 32-947 for Ross Cato. And he basically runs the same lap the second time, so he will not improve. Garrett Boyd did not improve. Seth Wansing picked up just a tiny bit, but not a lot. He's at 33-33, or 33-30, I'm sorry. Here comes Gidman by the first time. What does Gidman do? Doucette jumps up. Gidman goes to the top of the board at 32-92 and 8. Doucette was third quick there. Bernard Persons to fifth quick. Adam Vinny is on track now, so we're going to go check it out. Mike Forstner just rolled off of pit road. So we'll see what Vinny puts up. Wansing seventh quick right now. Gidman 32-928. That is getting it around here. What does Vinny put up? Vinny goes seventh quick at 33-23. He's normally a one and done kind of guy. We'll see. He's going to put down a second lap. I'm going to go watch Forstner come across the line. There it comes, the 69. Where does he jump to? Seventh quick, 33-17 for the 69 truck. Now Vinny's out of 4 for the final time. It's like Mackey, Smith, Cambot, McCullum, Hoytsman not taking time. Vinny, 33-24. He backs up his first lap, missed it by 100th. And Forstner now. Does he go faster on lap number 2 and get himself in a points-paying position? 33-19. He just slowed down about as much as Vinny did. So Galen Gidman once again with the pole. That is about 5 or 6 for the season for him. Ross Cato, second quick. Dean Doucette, Garrett Boyd, and Brian Helm will all score points for qualifying tonight. Gidman and Boyd will come out of the top 5 and go to the back. Vinny will come out of the top 10. Wansing will come out of the top 10 and go to the back as well. And Mackey already back there without qualifying. So, and yes, Jersey, it was terrible. It was horrific. I felt like my hamstring tear last August was child's play compared to the pain that I experienced yesterday. So I'm just happy to be sitting upright. You're about the 5th person that has said that, Tiny Dancer. Yes, that is a Larry Moody sighting. Larry Moody, 16th quick in qualifying, but he's here. He's racing. I like to see when Mr. Moody makes his appearances. So Dodge, Ford, Dodge, Chevy. The lone Toyota in the field, 14th quick. All right. Let's get ready to look at the starting lineup with the 94 of Galen Gidman, besting Ross Cato in the 12 for the pole. Gidman will come off the front row and move to the back. Dean Doucette, the 29, next to the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Boyd will vacate that spot as well, and he'll go to the back, and that'll move both Brian Helm and Bernard Person into top 4 starting spots. The 46 and the 08 scheduled in row 3. Mike Forstner, the 69, Adam Vinny, 64. Vinny going to the very, 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 very back of the field to start his run through the field. Seth Wansing in the 5 will vacate 9th spot, and he'll go to the back as well. That'll leave Reed Rundle in the 43 in that 5th row. Brock Bigelow, the 27, and Daniel Weiland, the 23, make up our 6th row. Row 7, Todd Cleek in the 45, Kevin Spaulding. Todd Cleek in the 45, Kevin Spaulding in the 25. Let me get that straight. And then the 8 of Michael Everett next to the 73 of Larry Moody. Lucas Hoytsma and Dave Hoytsma, the 46 and 79, side by side in row number 9. Greg Smith, the 6, Brandon Mackey, the 99. They'll make up a row number 10. And row 11 will be the 204 of Ryan Kemba. Next to the 17 of Casey McCullum. And I'm surprised McCullum didn't take a qualifying lap. He was about 5th quick in the practice session in his mock qualifying. So we'll get ready to roll drivers to the back as soon as the field rolls off. I feel almost normal now. Until about 5 o'clock this morning, from about 9 o'clock yesterday morning to about 5 o'clock, 5:30 this morning, I was not normal. I was so far from normal. But now, I am perfectly normal. And, I mean, I still have a little bit of muscle ache, but, man, I'm able to sit, stand, walk, lay down, eat, talk, use the restroom. So, yesterday at from about 8:45 until about 1 p.m., I couldn't do any of those things. And nothing made me comfortable. So now I feel good, ready to go. We're going to get 75 laps of racing. Like I was saying before, these guys are right on the cusp. It's about 24 if you put it on the iRacing computer. You get about 24 laps on fuel. So saving a lap over a 25-lap run should not be a problem for these guys to make it on 2 stops. We've got a couple of guys that really, really do well with that. So we will see. But we have got a whole lot of trucks trying to catch up and fill in slots here.
Green flag, green
As
flag.
we get ready for the green flag, and we're underway for the final time in season number 28 for the Kings Roadhouse Truck Series presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. They pile it off into turn 1 and 2. Doucette has about a 2-truck length lead on Ross Cato. Brian Helms slides into 3rd. Forstner is trying to get into the 4th spot, but he's going to have to deal with Persons on the outside. At least for the time being. We'll see if that high line can get it rolling. Might be able to make something happen up there. Forstner got a little loose off the exit coming up off the bottom. Had to dance the truck and get it back up underneath him. He'll give that spot up. He'll fall to 5th. Rundle is right behind that on the outside. And then there's Brock Bigelow, Todd Cleek, Daniel Llewellyn, and Kevin Spaulding through 10th. Hello, Jane. Fanned out 3 wide towards the back of this field. That is Wansing going to the high side. I see Smith and Gidman at the bottom. Kamba around the top side in the 204. Here comes Boyd alongside Mackey. And around the high side on the throttle, passing cars. He went 3 wide for a moment. Car sideways, Greg Smith. And I think he just gets loose right here. Gidman didn't really have anywhere to go. Did a pretty good job of not really getting into him too hard. He's going to have right front damage on the 94 truck. But the 6 truck got a little loose coming off the bottom. Cold tires. That'll happen. Larry Moody got a piece of that. Lost his left front fender. What happened to Moody? I do not know what happened to Larry Moody right there. I don't see any kind of an incident. But he's got the left front fender knocked off, and the right front toe is so far out right now. And that could be because the left front is broken that badly. So, we'll see. Doucette and Helm, 1-2. Cato, Person, Forstner, Bigelow now. Because Rundle is going to peel off and probably go get some fuel. Top that thing off, even though it's only 2 or 3 laps. That'll help him change his fuel mileage a little bit. job. There comes the 21 to get fuel only as well. He's going to get that gallon or so splash. Galen Gidman in. We're going to see if they can pull that right front fender out. He was at the back when he started. He'll go back there again. It looks like that fender popped right out when they pulled on it. Popped out even more there, yeah. Yeah, we got to see him pop that fender out. So he should be okay now. Doucette, Helm, Cato, Person, Forstner are the top 5. Bigelow, Cleek, Llewellyn, Lucas Hoytsma, Kevin Spaulding. And then Wansing is up to 11th. Vinny is right behind him. Arundel out of the pits, and everybody else behind that has come off pit road. Hoytsma, McCullum, Camba, Boyd, Mackey, Everett, Smith, Gidman. Moody's truck does not look like it's going to make it back. And I don't know what happened to him. Truck must have just got away from him, got loose. So, we'll get them doubled up. We'll get them restarted. Daddy Dave's the goat, huh? All right. Ross Cato is rolling down on the apron there to keep her clutched in and preserve a little extra fuel. All right, we are going to get ready to go back to a green flag racing. Restart on lap number 6. Quick caution here, and those cautions change fuel mileages, change strategies.
Green, green, green.
The 46 checked just a little bit right there, right as the 29 got rolling, and that may let Cato get alongside here and try to get second out of this deal. Forstner right down on the bottom behind the 12 truck. Helm into second. Cato is now third, but Person has a pretty good run off the top side. He's going to have a lot of momentum. It's going to be 3 wide up the front stretch. Cato will be stuck in the middle. That'll let Person get by. Now Cato may move, and he may go high side hunting here. Said he liked to run on the high side. Would run the bottom if he needed to, but he really liked the high side. Felt like the truck was really good there. Bigelow got Hoytsma right behind him, and Cleek is right beside that. There's Seth Wansing trying to get around trucks. And Wansing is going to be a high side hustler, and we know that as a fact. Big run down off the top. He's just looking for room to pass trucks. Then dives right to the bottom, going into turns 1 and 2, stacks them up 3 wide. Bigelow, Hoytsma, Wansing, top to bottom. Who that was that dove out of line back there. Might have been Galen Gidman. Dove out of line and then dove back in. He went all the way to the bottom down the backstretch. 94 truck with the right front fender pulled back out, and he's going to have a little speed in that thing, it looks like. Got him some fuel, got the dent pulled out. Now he's ready to get after it again. He's back up to the 13th spot. Garrett Boyd behind that. Casey McCullum in the 17. Back in the 15th spot, and Reed Rundle off of pit road and back in traffic. There goes Father Time. Brandon Mackey is back there. He went in to get some tires as well. Or some fuel, I'm sorry. They're not getting tires. They will not get tires. That would have been silly on lap 6. And right around the top for the 99 truck. Dave Hoytsma, 18th. Greg Smith, Ryan Kemba, Michael Everett. The last of the running trucks right now. He's 21st. We'll go up front because Brian Helm making a pass on the outside a moment ago took the spot away from Doucette. Person still third, Ross Cato fourth, and Lucas Hoytsman now up to the 5th spot. Run down the backstretch for Persons, and he pulls alongside Doucette, drop from the top to the bottom. Person clear of Doucette right now. Just didn't pull up in front of him. Here comes Hoytsma, Lucas Hoytsma. Now alongside the 29. Ross Cato still running the high side looking for room. Cato will drop behind Hoytsma momentarily, and then he moved right back to the middle because he had the 69 of Mike Forstner breathing right up his tailgate right there. Doucette is back to 4th. Bigelow right beside Forstner here. Seth Watson, Adam Vinny are side by side inside the top 10. We'll see a lot of this side-by-side racing. Both the high and low lines are able to work pretty effectively around this racetrack. And that time Wansing doesn't go all the way to the fence. He's just trying to keep nose on the left front corner of that 5 truck. Getting good momentum. Oh, the 69 truck loose off the exit again. He went way down to the bottom, and Forstner lost a couple of spots there. He went way down to the apron, down there down the backstretch on the infield a little bit. Got it back up underneath him, and he is still loose on the exit of turn number 4. 69 truck fighting to stay straight on the exits, and that's kind of a product of this track. You get over on the right rear a little bit, you get it hot, and you are going to fight your exits from now until the end of the race, or at least till you get fresh tires, one or the other. So we'll see if 69 is still going to have problems as we go. He's starting to fall back through the field. We'll go back towards the front because Lucas Hoytsma is making a move for 2nd place on Bernard Person. Hoytsma, steady Eddie. Just keeps doing the same thing every single solitary lap. He wears you down. Then you make a mistake, and then he's got you. And right now, he's got the 08 truck up off of turn number 2. He'll slide across in front. He's got to make up a second to get to Brian Helm. Doucette has got 4th. Cato is 5th. Vinny is now 6th, and Wanting is 7th. Pit stops will be starting within the next 5 to 7 laps. That caution extended us a couple. This time Watson goes right to the bottom right rear on that truck, steps out just a little bit. That'll put Bigelow right back alongside. This is a battle for the 8th spot now. Caution. Oh no, the 6 truck again. He's alongside Daniel Llewellyn right there. Oh, this time, yeah. We might want to go watch that again. He hit the wall a ton to the inside right there. Yep, 23 got a little loose, came down the hill, got into that right-hand front end. So we will see if the 6 truck can make it back onto the racetrack. We are really close to that window. I know a lot of these guys aren't going to want to go pit, but seems like it might be a good thing to do right here. We'll see how many drop off. And it looks like pretty much everybody except for Adam Vinny is going to drop off. Then we'll see how many of these guys decide they're going to get 2 tires or 4 tires. Vinny and Rundle stay out. So the teammates, only 2 that stayed on the racetrack. And Rundle was in on the last pit stop, so he probably could afford to stay out. 46 truck, no tires. Fuel only, same with the 08. And I got to think the same with the 46 because he rolled out right behind Brian Helm. Ross Cato will roll out behind Person, then Doucette. Wansing keeps 8th place. Bigelow and Spalding through the top 10. Gidman is up to 11th, and Forstner fell back to the 12th spot. Boyd, Mackey, McCollum, Dave Hoytsma, Daniel Llewellyn, Todd Cleek, Mike Everett, Ryan Kamba, and then Greg Smith might be retired. They may have decided the 6 truck was not going to be repairable, or if it was not going to last very long on a racetrack, so they kept it out there. And that's going to put Adam Vinny and Reed Rundle 1-2 when we get ready to restart. So older tires, and we saw this at Dover earlier this year. A little different, same kind of surface, but a little different. So we'll get set for our restart on lap number 22. We've seen our drivers get onto pit road already. We know the 43 truck is going to have to make a pit stop within the next 6 to 8 laps, and the 64 probably within the next 4 to 5. Pretty good restart for the 64. Not a great restart for the 43. He spun the tires just a little bit. He got it gathered up, but he falls back to third. He may fall a little further here. Cato and Wansing down low. Persons right behind Father Time. Into 3 and 4 will come around. Vinny will have the lead. Hoytsma is still second. And that may not be for long because Hoytsma got a good run. Thought he was going to try to pull alongside. Right now looks like he's stalking his prey. Cody Terry, he retired that thing on lap C. May be back now. I don't know, but he's about 20 laps down. That is not going to work out well for him. We're not going to get that many cautions. I love that he's here. Pure, plain, and simple. Hoytsma slots in behind, and he'll sit there and kind of stalk his prey. Side by side for the third spot, Cato and Rundle. Cato will now inch ahead and take over the third spot. Wansing is behind Rundle. He wasn't there for long. He dipped out. Got right to it. Rolled it through the center, and that's going to give Rundle a little bit of time. Stay right there beside. Here comes Galen Gidman. He's charging through the field. He's up to 7th now. I think he came out about 13th after pit stops. Got a couple of trucks on the outside there. Wansing was leading that line. Person and Doucette right behind. There's Brock Bigelow, the 27th. Bigelow is currently 8th. Gidman to the bottom, Wansing to the top. Wansing just barely bumps the fence. And that'll give the spot to Galen Gidman. Fifth place, Gidman. Fourth place, Rundle. Cato in third, Hoytsma second, and Vinny is still first. Long way to go. We're not even halfway yet. Let's look and see Bernard Person. There's a Hornet's Nest behind him. Bigelow and Doucette are there side by side. That's Ryan Camba, Garrett Boyd, Mike Forstner, Casey McCullen. All in a big wad. There's your buddy Cody. He's missing the left front fender. That truck is probably driving a little bit better than it was, but it is still a snowplow, missing all of those parts. Now we got a battle for second. Hoytsma and Cato are side by side. Here comes Adam Vinny, who has been on and off pit road. And Vinny, 20th, and he falls a lap behind Ross Cato, who's out front now. Got around Hoytsma. That was for the lead. Reed Rundle is right behind them, and here comes Galen Gidman. Vinny slotted in 5th in the running order. He'll slingshot to the outside. He'll have fresher left side tires. Gidman followed him, went up and got around Rundle right there. Now they're running up to the back of Hoytsma. Vinny unlaps himself, and now Cato trying to put some distance before we get to the halfway point between himself and Lucas Hoytsma. Here comes Galen Gidman. Then Doucette and Camba are now going at it for 4th and 5th, and Ryan Camba had a great run last Wednesday night over with the Midwest guys at Circuit of the Americas. Kept that truck on the lead lap all night long. And is having a good run here tonight to close out the season at DSRL. He's up to 4th, and he's just about a second behind the leader. Doucette is 5th in Person. Wansing is 6th. Bigelow. And then Boyd and McCullen, 9 and 10. Mike Forstner right outside that top 10. Dave Hoytsma. Brian Helm. Brandon Mackey. Spalding, Llewellyn. Everett, 18th. Adam Vinny just unlapped himself. He's 19th, and Reed Rundle on and off pit road as well. He is 20th, and he is up towards the front. That's Doucette on the inside. Meanwhile, Lucas Hoytsma reeling the 12 truck back in. Still probably about 14 or 15 laps from pit stops here. Ryan Camba making his way through the field. Up to third behind Hoytsma. Got around Gidman. Now Cato on the high side trying to fend off the 46, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's getting big runs on the exits of the corners. Off the top, with 12 is going to get a run. 204 is going to get a good run down to the 46. And now he'll go to the inside. And comes right up to the middle. A little slide job there from Ryan Camba. Camba's trying to go take the lead under green. Go make a pass for it. Right through the middle. He's got a run. He'll pull alongside. He will not have it this time at the stripe. But he gets the bottom. Cato gets the top. Hoytsma goes even lower, goes all the way to the white line, top three. Great battle for the lead. Camba, a couple of feet from having the lead here. Can he go get it through turns 3 and 4? Up the front stretch, and Ryan Camba will drive the 204 truck to the lead for the first time. Cato staying out by the fence, and he is able to hold off Hoytsma pretty well. He just is not able to do much now with the 204. Got a good run there. I think Camba got just a tiny bit free on the exit, had to pedal the truck a little because Cato drove it right back by him on the outside. And that big run off the top of the corner, keeping the 12 truck right in the mix. And these guys have pulled out about a second on Gidman and Doucette. Still side by side for the lead coming off the corner. This time, Camba got a good run out of turn number 4, and he will clear Cato by a couple 3 truck lengths. And now he goes up to the top side. Hoytsma drops to the bottom. Let's go look at the battle for 4th and 5th. They're nose to tail, and they've got company because the lap truck of Reed Rundle is tucked in right there with them. We're getting to that window where we're just a few laps away from pit stops. In the next 5 to 7 laps, we're going to see pit stops again. Ooh, that time Gidman really sideways, and Doucette is right there. He's got the right front corner right alongside that right rear fender, or left rear fender of the 94. And Rundle's going to try to slide through the open door there as well, get one step closer. Crossover this time, and Rundle goes to the high side. Little slide from both the 43 and the 94, but they get back side by side. A lap truck and your 5th place truck are battling side by side now. Kamba, though, quarter second in front of Hoytsma. Hoytsma got around Cato. Getting close to pit stops. Going to be next 5 to 7 laps. They got to get in here. Michael Everett is on pit road. So is Larry Moody. Larry Moody finally parks the 73 truck. I think he figured out that thing was going to be off pace and pretty slow there. So he's got it in the pits. We'll see if he rolls out again. Maybe they're trying to put a left front fender on it, let him get some more laps. Left side tires going on that 8 truck. He'll roll away. Let's go back and watch the 2 leaders. I just feel like Hoytsma kind of reminds me of another driver we used to have on the service, where he used to just sit there and play with his food. Just wait. Make him nervous. Play a little peekaboo, and then jump on him at the most opportune moment. 45 laps in the books. It'll be 30 to go this next time by. And Hoytsma by half a truck now, but Kamba had a good run off the top, and he's going to get the spot back. It takes a couple of laps when you're the guy on the bottom to make the pass, because the top side has so much momentum and gets such a big run off the exit of the corner. So 30 to go officially. Cato ducked off and went to pit road. Person and Boyd also headed for pit road. So let's go watch these guys as they were up front. And Cato had the lead running the high side. I don't think anybody can stretch 30. I think it's going to be really, really hard to stretch 30 laps. We may see some splash and goes at the end of this thing. Casey McCullen also on pit road in this cycle. Cato down and away. Boyd, right side tires on the 21 truck. And he's putting 4 on. He had 4 left. Didn't realize that. Ryan Campbell got on pit road. Hoytsma to the lead. Doucette, Bigelow, Forstner, Mackey, Spalding, and Wansing are still out here. And then Daniel Llewellyn is 8th. Let's drop back to Adam Vinny, 13th, but on the lead lap, and he's at the stripe now. There's your leader going into 3 and 4. So still quite a ways behind as Cato slots out in front of Hoytsma. He'll be 11th in the running order, the last truck on the lead lap right now. Galen Gidman on and off pit road. 12th, Reed Rundle. Then Bernard Person. Dave Hoytsma, Garrett Boyd. Brian Helm. And Boyd will probably pass Dave Hoytsma here, and that'll put him 15th. Hoytsma 16th. Helm, Cleek, Everett. McCullen still on pit road, and I got to feel like he might have got a speeding penalty. There's Forstner. We'll see if he's 2 or 4 tires here. Yep, rights and lefts. Brock Bigelow drops off the jack, and he'll come out with his teammate Brandon Mackey.
All right, man.
Caution! As Kevin Spalding has an issue, and this will change everything. Untimely cautions. Spalding trying to get onto pit road. Oh, and he missed the entrance, and that right there is what got us a caution. As he got stopped close enough to the racing surface. And that's lap number 49. So, Well, line things up. Hoytsma went into pit road. Adam Vinny stays out. Now he'll come in finally. And this is really close to being in the window. Todd Cleek barely made it onto pit road. Here comes Ross Cato to pit road again. He's going to top off. Galen Gidman. Kevin Spaulding. Spaulding will be going to the rear. Cambo, who we saw up front, he is right behind the pace car. He's going to be a wave around truck. We'll have to see how many we get still on pit road after this cycle is over, because Person is right behind him, and then that looks like Dave Hoytsma, Daniel Llewellyn, Brandon Mackey. Gidman came around and went back on pit road. He's going to top off with fuel. Oh, and he had right side still in the pit, so that will help the 94 truck immensely in this. He'll come out and he should be able to blend in somewhere 6th or 7th. So Vinny will have the lead. Hoytsma, Cato, Spaulding, Everett, Gidman, Camba, Person, then Dave Hoytsma and Brandon Mackey in the top 10. Bigelow, Forstner, Boyd, Wansing, Helm, Rundle, Cleek, all on the lead lap. Actually, Rundle and Cleek show a lap down, but I think they're about to get maybe wave arounds. I'm not really sure. They're all over the place right now, so we're just kind of waiting to see. Hoytsma and Vinny are up front. I didn't think that Vinny would take the lead away from Hoytsma, but we're going to extend this caution for one more lap to get this all sorted out, as we've got drivers that have taken wave arounds. And they will be catching the back of the field. Otherwise, we would see these 5 trucks get started, and that would be about it. And we'll see some shuffling back through the field, because Campbell will now roll up here and score up to 4th, but he's right behind Todd Cleek. Cleek is a lap down. Wansing rolled it back to pit road to get fuel. This is actually pretty smart. They gave you an extra lap. You can go get some extra fuel and get topped off. Oh, and he had left side tires, so take advantage of the lefties for the last 23, 24 laps. I don't know why there's a lap truck way up front like that on the outside. He's a lap down. Everybody else must be single file.
Green, green, green.
Good start for Hoytsma. Cato's going to get a pretty decent start. Vinny did not get going quite as well as the 2 on the inside line. He'll go up to the top. Lap truck of Rundle goes by him, and then the other lap truck of Cleek slots in right behind him. We'll have a mad dash behind that, because Person now has 4th, then Hoytsma, Boyd, Bigelow, Mackey, Camba. They're 3 wide coming out of turn number 3. Or 4, I'm sorry. Watching Forstner. Forstner is 8th right now. And this is just a wad of trucks. Hoytsma, Bigelow, Forstner, Mackey, Gidman, Helm, all wadded together. Wansing is right in there as well. Lucas Hoytsma now stretching things out, 20 to go. I think he was just kind of sitting there riding, trying to save fuel and playing with his food, really. The shark smells blood in the water. Hard for him not to attack, and here comes Todd Kleek alongside Adam Vinny, and then he does not quite get to that spot, and Vinny will shut the doors. We're going to have a caution. A caution for something. Oh no, Ryan Campbell. Let's go watch the 204. He's all by himself right here. Hard impact to the inside wall. And that may put the 204 on the hook once again. Well, let's see. Dean Doucette, you got a copy? Hey, Dean, are you there, buddy? I'm going to go with he wasn't there. I was going to talk to Dean Doucette. Looks like he just parked the truck a handful of laps ago. So. Looks like Reed Runnels going to be the lucky dog. He is going to get the wave around. And he will be back on the lead lap, 15th currently. Got Person and Everett on pit road. They're just fuel only to make sure they can make it. Person had left side tires. Still in the pits. Here comes Dave Hoytsma off pit road. There's Daniel Llewellyn. That's Michael Everett rolling off. Ross Cato, you got a copy?
Sure do. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Look, 12 truck looking kind of sporty. You've been able to run the low line, the high line. With that 46 truck out in front of you, what are you going to have to do to get around him and snatch this victory here tonight?
Well, it goes without saying he's a talent, so don't have the most faith I can get around him, but hopefully we can run these remaining laps out into green, and I can kind of see what lanes I can use to my advantage. But yeah, it's been an interesting race so far, to say the least, but hoping I can just bring it home on all four tires in one piece.
All right, man. Well, we've seen you do a lot more with a lot less, so give it everything you got, and hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you very much.
That's Ross Cato in the 12 truck. He'll have a teammate behind him in the 21. And a couple teammates in row 3 there. Bigelow and Mackey side by side. Everybody trying to run the 46 down and get around him. We shall see. About 16 laps will be remaining when we drop the green flag here. More cautions than we've seen in pretty much any other race this season here tonight. And that's a product of this track. This track very tricky. These drivers hanging on.
Green, green, green.
Miami Homestead is a very unique racetrack. 21 truck gave the 12 a push. At least got him up to second. Now he'll dive in. Brandon Mackey now is going to look to the high side of Adam Vinny, and he's going to have Seth Wansing even higher. They're all turned. Everybody's wadded up in the fence on the backstretch. let's go back a little further. Let's see how we got where we are. 27 truck. Right through the center, got a good run. He goes to the high side, tried to go between trucks. And he just got on that right rear corner. And Wansing was out there. Mackey had nowhere to go. Wansing had nowhere to go. Oh. And Brock Bigelow, like I said, he had a good run through the center of the corner. He went to go, and it was going to be a 4-wide situation. I'm not sure he knew that. And he put himself in there. 46 of Helm gets a piece. And you can see the two championship leaders. Wadded up. So caution number 5. Adam Vinny's truck heavily damaged. Very heavily. Right front fender's missing. The nose is crinkled in. The door is mashed in a little bit. We'll see what they can do with that truck. I don't know if he's got any suspension damage or not. Wansing got the same exact problems. Missing the right front fender. Right side's all wrinkled and mashed in. Brandon Mackey. Man, those 3 trucks look identical. You'd think they were in the same wreck. There goes Brock Bigelow. Very little, if any, damage on the 27 truck. Daniel Llewellyn onto pit road. Couple of laps now he's been here. So it's going to make sure that everybody can get there on fuel. Caution number 5. Cato saving a little bit. Vinny's going to roll it out. They got a right front fender back on it, but that thing is mashed in, crushed up. He'll be able to finish the race. I think Wansing's probably going to have similar fate. Mackey, too. Here comes Todd Kleek as he heads for pit road. So Hoytsma, Cato, Boyd, Gidman, Forstner, Spalding. Then Dave Hoytsma, 7th. Helm, Person, and Arundel. The top 10 right now. And Reed Rundle got his lap back, now inside the top 10. Fifth caution period. And I was saying, right when all this started happening, this track is very difficult anyway. As many lines as you can run, every one of them can make you super tight or super loose depending on how you drive them. Tires get a little hot, you're always going to be loose. And I think this time it was just close quarters racing and a little tap in the wrong spot at the wrong time. You ended up with a parking lot out of turn number 2. So pace car going to get out of the way. Hopefully the final restart of the day. And Hoytsma got a good one. Cato, not quite as good. Boyd spun the tires just a tiny bit. She's got the 3 RPM drivers trying to trace down the true speed driver. And Boyd is going to slide through. Boyd has been on a heater. 5 of his last 6 races have been on the podium. 3 of those were wins, and he's trying to get back on that podium string again. He won last Wednesday night at Midwest Truck Series in dominating fashion at the road course at Coda. Boyd to 2nd, Gidman, and then Cato. Mike Forstner with a top 5 run going. Inside 11 laps. Kevin Spalding, Brian Helm are side by side for a position. Then Dave Hoytsma right in front of Reed Rundle. Bernard Person back in the 10th spot right now. Brock Bigelow up to 11th. He had to go to the back of the line, but he is back up to 11th. And Adam Vinny is 12th right now. Seth Wansing's day appears to be done. So the championship Going to go to the 64 truck at the end of the night tonight. Lucas Hoytsma, though, doing Lucas Hoytsma things. As Galen Gidman got around Garrett Boyd here, we just missed that pass. Boyd now going to go to the high side. Likes running on the edge out there anyway, and Cato said, well, I'll go to the bottom and see if I can get around in front of you. I like to go to the high side too, but I don't want to do it behind you because dirty air tends to get me closer to the fence than I really want to be. So those two are going to battle side by side for third and fourth, and that's going to keep the door open for Mike Forstner here late in this one. That time Boyd shuts the door on Cato. Hoytsma still out front, half second on Gidman. Garrett Boyd. Ross Cato, Mike Forstner, the top five, pretty close together. Sixth place, Kevin Spaulding. Just a few tenths behind that. About a tenth and a half right now. And Brian Hellman and Reed Rundle. Reed Rundle got around Bernard Person. So Rundle inside the top 8 here late in the going. Yeah, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. There wasn't a whole lot you could do there, man. Looked like you were getting a pretty good run off the top and you just didn't clear the mess. So, back out front, Hoytsma losing time to Gidman. Now it'll extend out down the backstretch because Hoytsma will have the big run. It'll probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.4 of a second. Gidman trying to go get him. Boyd was trying to get down into turn 3 hot, and the truck got really sideways. Cato still hanging on in 4th. Forstner is hanging on in 5th, and Spaulding now has closed that gap, and he's going to battle for a top 5 spot here. We're going to be down to it. Wave lap coming up, 5 to go this time by. Hoytsma. Just doing Hoytsma things. This is what he does. He started at the back of the field. No qualifying. Gidman hanging on to second. Boyd hanging on to third. Cato still hanging on in front of Forstner. Impressive run for the 69 here. As he's got that truck in perfect position to get a top 5 finish to close the season out. Kevin Spaulding right behind that. It's a pretty good gap. It's about a second from Spaulding to Helm. Then Person, Hoytsma, and Rundle. Rundle slid back to 10th. He was 8th. He's going back for 9th. Yeah, Mark, sometimes he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Meanwhile, this guy, the 94, is trying to run down the 46. 3 to go this time, and the Price Chopper chopping the laps off pretty quick. Garrett Boyd still third, trying to keep his podium string going. It'll be 6 out of 7 on the podium, and he had a pretty rough run, was it last Tuesday night? Just did not have a great run at Michigan. So it's 3/4 of a second with 2 to go. Can Gidman hang on to second? Can Boyd come and catch him? And can Ross Cato catch either one of them? Does Mike Forstner get a top 5 this evening out of that 69 truck here? Miami Homestead Speedway. Good evening, Mr. Bill. Adam Vinny is up to 12th with a damaged truck. Locked up the championship. So he will go back to back the DSRL competition. White flag this time. And it's 0.8 of a second. Gidman, Boyd, Cato still up top. Trying to close the gap on the last lap and pass Garrett Boyd. They go into 3 and 4 for the final time. Season 28 about to come to a close, and Lucas Hoytsma is going to win the final race of season 28. Gidman second. Cato beside, and he got Boyd by a nose with the run off turn 4. Boyd fourth, Forstner fifth. Let's go watch this. He got beside him right there, and he had just enough of a run to get him at the line. So the string broken again for Garrett Boyd. He'll get a 4th place tonight. Ross Cato coming home in 3rd. Spalding was 6th. Person, Rundle, Dave Hoytsma, Brian Helm 10th. Bigelow, Vinny, Everett, Llewellyn, Cleek, Wansing, Mackey, Kamba, Doucette, McCullen, Moody, and Smith. We'll get ready to talk to our top 3. There's Lucas, there's Galen, and there's Ross. And then we'll get Adam Vinny here at the very, very end, chat with him. But let's get the guy that snuck it out. It couldn't have been more than about 6 inches at the line. Ross Cato, you got a great run the final corner to get a podium out of this.
Yeah, how about that? That was pretty cool. I don't really know what happened on that restart. The Galen and Garrett, they just blew by me. I just couldn't get going for some reason. But yeah, that last lap, I was just had my mindset on getting by Garrett Boyd, and it, credit to him. He went down. He tried to block the slide job, but my truck stuck a lot better than I expected, and in comparison to his, and was able to get that last bit of momentum and beat him at the line. It was a pretty fun race all in all.
Well, we don't see you a lot in the truck series, and you come here tonight. Looks like you had a pretty sporty piece. You're able to run kind of wherever you wanted. You get a podium out of it. Just the showing up part makes it worth kind of sticking with it and doing this stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to show up and support you guys for the finale, and I figured this would be really fun. The trucks at Homestead, and I don't really have a lot of success here, but I do really like the multi-groove dynamic, and I think it put on a pretty good show tonight.
Yeah, it looked like everybody was kind of able to stay close to each other. No one really ran away with this thing. So the competition level that high, or was this track just that tough for everybody to kind of wrap their mind around?
Yeah, I think it was tough, especially when you mix in the tire strategy and trying to gamble with taking 2 tires, and that goes, doubly for when you factor in either side of the race truck and making adjustments to compensate, and then you factor in a whole fuel mileage component. So all that mixed together was just like a thick soup of tough tonight, and we were fortunate to be around guys that could hold their own, and I was really having a fun time racing wheel to wheel with Hoytsma and Gidman and Boyd and a lot of the other guys. So I think it's just a really good vehicle and track combination.
Well, an awesome job, man. Some shout outs, some thank yous. We'll let you start getting ready because I know you're going to be here tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, I'll be same place, same time, different vehicle. I'll be there on the B cars, and hopefully we can get 2 spots better there. And I just want to thank True Southern Florida Living, Beef O'Brady's, Edmund Trophy and Awards. Thanks to Scott King Designs, Digital SimSport Network, Digital Dirt Racing Network, and the admin team. And that includes Larry Moody, Mike Forstner, Scott King, Garrett Boyd, who is a great race truck driver, and everyone who makes this league happen. And of course, best for last, you, Roger.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with me, buddy. And I will see you tomorrow night when we head over for the B car.
All right.
Ross Cato. And I absolutely love it when normally a B-Car guy reads the Tuesday night sponsors list. He meant to say King's Roadhouse and Midwest Barbecue at the beginning of that. He's used to running the Tuesday night cars. Mondays are kind of a oddity for Ross Cato, so he read the wrong list, but he does appreciate all the sponsors, I guarantee it. Now let's move on to the guy that that ran a second. He talked to me pre-race. He thought he had a pretty good piece. Galen Gimme, you got up here, and it just looked like it wasn't quite enough to run that 46 truck down.
Yeah, I mean, the race played out. I got wrecked really, really early, and then had to claw for some track position back, and was about 25 yards behind Hoytsman in the second, or I don't know, whenever that caution came out later in the race, and I got the lucky dog and had to go back again. So just really couldn't get anything to fall my way tonight. Truck was really, really good. I mean, I would have loved to have gotten to the front a little earlier, maybe gotten a long run. I think the last, 5 to 10 laps of a run is where our truck was the best. Even as it was, I mean, I think we were at least as good as Hoytsma there. I was missing laps because I just had to find something to try to close on him, and he's really, really good, so he doesn't make mistakes. And yeah, I mean, I think things play out a little differently. There's a chance to pass him, but I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done.
Well, you had to pass probably the most trucks tonight of anybody, and this track lends itself to multi-groove racing. You got to find and pick your way, but you also got to be smart enough to protect your tires, and you guys were out there having to try to save a little bit of fuel, so there's so much going on. The focus has got to be laser the whole time.
Well, and then every time I got back in traffic, I mean, one of the things about having a great truck is you can really control it. And there were a lot of trucks tonight that were pretty out of control. So you get the run you thought you needed, and you just, going for a hole, and suddenly they're wrecking in front of you, or you have to back out to let someone catch it. And I don't know. It was, passed a lot of trucks, had fun, but it was a frustrating night.
Well, an awesome job nonetheless. You're going to close the season with another podium run. Probably take a little bit of momentum and head to tomorrow night's finale in the B car. And then I guess we'll see what is in store for season 29, yes?
We'll see what happens. It would be one of these days I ought to try to go ahead and run a full season, because, man, if I did, I think I'd be in the points. So really just a fun year. I mean, it was a good statistical year. It was a good fun year. Stayed clean most of the year. Gotta congratulate Hoyts on another good win tonight. And then obviously Vinny, we had, especially early in the year, a lot of fun racing together, and he raced me clean all the way, and so definitely deserves the championship he got. And then I will go ahead and thank the correct sponsors tonight. King's Roadhouse, Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Fitz's Automotive Services, Scott King Designs, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, obviously Port Charlotte Lawn Care. I mean, look at this sexy truck. Like, how good is that? I got to thank Mike for that. And then, speaking of Mike, the rest of the admin team, Larry, Mike, Scott, Garrett. I've been an admin of a league before. It's a lot of work, and there's a lot of drama for a bunch of grown men racing fake race cars. So I appreciate all you did, and really had a lot of fun.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing how you close out the season tomorrow night when we come back for the True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series.
Looking forward to it.
Galen Gidman finishing second, and now let's get the guy that won the race. He always makes it look so easy. It's really hard to ask him questions that don't sound just plain old silly. But Hoytsman, you did it again, man. You started at the back and you drove that thing to the front and you held off some pretty fast guys at the very end there.
Yeah, there was a stiff competition tonight. Far and away was not the best truck out there. I think a lot of guys were pretty even, so it was hard fighting. Even on fresher tires in the whole field, I think pretty much I still had to fight for it at the end. Galen was right there, and I think my slightly fresher tires just helped me a little bit in the last few laps. But no, it was a really good race. I kind of wanted to see that go green because we had a good fuel strategy going. I was going to make it on only one stop there to finish the race, and I think most guys could not do that. So I don't know if the time loss would have mattered for me saving so much or how that would have worked out. But hey, I'll take it this way too. I still got the win.
Yeah, look like this track able to go top, bottom, middle for parts of it. And there were some guys that were making it a little more difficult to get passes done, especially the 12 truck. He was holding you guys off on the top.
Oh yeah, he was. He was doing his best. He was holding that thing up there, and I mean that's what's so great about this track. You can run anywhere you want. You can be fast anywhere, especially the top in 1 and 2. I was really liking how that was feeling toward the end of the race, but I was just rolling around the bottom the whole time, pretty much, and it felt good down there too. So that's what I love about Homestead. It's just a great racetrack, and it makes it even better when you got a great group of guys to race with it here too.
Well, an awesome job. You're going to pick up another win at DSRL competition. I kind of lost count at this point. I know it's almost every other week now, but man, you come in and you raise the bar for everybody, and you've made a lot of these guys a whole lot better, and we're seeing that basically across the board. So we appreciate you coming in and running with us. Hope you're having a good time. We hope we get to see you 1 tomorrow night, 2 at the All-Star race, and 3 somewhere next season over here at DSRL.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to come back. I might not be able to make the Tuesday races anymore, so I'll have to lay out on that one. But I think this is my second truck win of the season only. It's been a lot tougher in this one for me, for various reasons. But it feels good to get the second one, and I do appreciate everything you've done. Put this on, all the guys, King's Roadhouse, Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Fitz Automotive Services, Edmund Trophy Awards, Scott King Designs. All the admins, everybody for racing. I mean, the great fields every week, great guys, great admin work. I mean, you can't ask for any more in a league. So I really do appreciate you guys letting me race.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we will see you right back here tomorrow night in a little different race vehicle. But we expect you to take that back road challenge, and we'll probably see you at the front again, buddy.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Lucas Hoytsma, everybody, picking up his win here tonight to close out the season, and now. Then there was one left to talk to. The champion held on even through the adversity tonight. He holds on and he picks up the title. It'll go back to back for Adam Vinny. It was sketchy for a while, and then it got a little weird here at the end of this one tonight, Adam.
Yeah. That first what was that? The caution about lap 21, give or take. I knew we were going to be short on getting to 50, so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to stay out, and then I'll just pit like after that, and hopefully, like, we stay green, maybe everyone would settle down and whatnot, and my pit strategy would pay off, and we were going good, and unfortunately, caution came out, and I'm like, well, I'm in trouble now.
When you got back there, and I don't know if you knew, and I don't know if anybody else that got into that incident knew, you guys were 4 wide for a moment there. And next thing I know, you, Mackey, Guansing, all in the outside fence. What was going on there? Did you know you were 4 wide?
I didn't know we were 4 wide. I knew Mackey was on my outside. And then I saw Brock getting a run, and I was like, okay, well, he's just going to tuck up behind me and, just wait to make the pass. And then I seen him going to the outside, and I'm like, well, I thought Mackey's out there. And then all of a sudden, I'm nosed in the fence, and I see Wansing and Mackey's truck pushing me down the straight.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't know if you knew you were missing a right front fender, but it looks like the crew got it back on there. You're able to get around, finish the laps, and you're going to pick up the championship. It wasn't as easy as the points will ultimately show, because with about 5 to go, you had about an 83-point lead, and it got down under 20 before we had 2 races to go.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's yeah, definitely wasn't easy. I had a couple bad finishes in there and whatnot, and I knew I needed to finish strong, and that's what I was hoping for here, to have a clean truck, and we had a decent truck, and definitely did not get the position we deserved, but happy to pull off the championship, and too bad to see what happened to Lansing too. Like, it's just very unfortunate.
Well, you guys were both in the wrong place at the wrong time, and especially when guys are going after each other for a title, it's tough to see them both get wrecked out in the same incident. But you finish it up, back to back. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here. And as soon as we can, we'll find some hardware.
Sounds good. I appreciate you, Roger. Thank you to King's Roadhouse, Port Charlotte, Florida. Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Fitz's Automotive Services, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network. All the admins that put this great league together, and all their hard work behind the scenes. Beard Wisconsin on the truck. Again, King's Roadhouse, Port Charlotte, Florida. Got them. Next Level Litigation Support. LaBam. And just all the support from everybody to keep me level-headed with the rough weeks that I did have. But yeah, I thank everybody, and those that always view in, Beef O'Brady's, Secure Lift, everybody.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the championship. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you at the All-Star race.
Sounds good. Thanks, Roger. Thanks, everybody.
Adam Vinny, your season 28 champion. And that is back-to-back, season 27 and 28 champion. So he'll get back-to-back hardware. So that'll be a lot of fun. There, you have a target on him for next season again. And he was able to dodge all the arrows this season. So good job to our champ. Good job to Lucas Hoisman tonight winning. Good job to all the drivers for a great season. This place kind of showed. No matter how good you are all season long, one track can jump up and bite everybody. 5 cautions, not the norm for this bunch. Normally we see about 1 to 1.5 cautions on average. And the guys kind of, track kind of showed them. You got to race the racetrack all the time. Can't race the other trucks sometimes. So we'll see what next season brings. It's a completely different schedule. It is going to be a challenge for everybody. We'll see how it goes, but should be a fun one nonetheless. We have one more race in season 28. That's tomorrow night. The True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by Beef O'Brady's. They will be right back here at Homestead to wrap things up. We'll crown a champion over there too. Casey Graves pretty much running away with. If he shows up, I'm pretty sure it's locked, but we'll see what happens at the end of the night tomorrow night. The rest of our schedule: Wednesday, Midwest Truck Series, and Thursday, the FUN Road to Pro Series will be back in action. I think they're at Iowa. And I know we're at Kansas on Wednesday night. So it's going to be a good week of racing. We'll take a week off on Mondays, and then they'll be back on Tuesday the 18th for the All-Star race. And that'll be a lot of fun. They'll be at Charlotte for that. So you'll see all these guys. And all of your pole winners, race winners, and champions will be locked into the last 2 segments. And everybody else will come through the qualifier race first to get to fill in the rest of the field. So should be a good one. Going to be a fun one no matter what. And then they'll get ready to start a new season. But until then, that'll wrap things up here tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. If you haven't already on Facebook, like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, subscribe. You know every time we go live. I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing like we see every single night on the network, there is nothing to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back to everyone involved putting all that together. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down and come back and see us as soon as you can. Good night.